circumstances. Because America's highly lethal B-2 bombers are prepared, the Israel war has become terrifying and perilous. These are the same B-2 bombers that have the ability to strike Iran's nuclear fatal site by dropping bunker buster bombs. These bombers have now safely taken off, and their flight path makes it very evident that they took off for an attack on Iran on one side, and that they are armed with explosives on the other. You must be presented with some crucial information in this regard. Iran's circumstances. Because America's highly lethal B-2 bombers are prepared, the Israel war has become terrifying and perilous. These are the same B-2 bombers that have the ability to strike Iran's nuclear fatal site by dropping bunker buster bombs. These bombers have now safely taken off, and their flight path makes it very evident that they took off for an attack on Iran on one side, and that they are armed with explosives on the other. You must be presented with some crucial information in this regard. The fact that these exceptional actions are being done in such an extraordinary circumstance suggests that things are not going well. First and foremost, it should be recognized that Israel lacks the capacity to attack Iran's nuclear photo plant. And Israel claims that if this facility is not destroyed, Iran's nuclear program will not be able to be stopped. Donald Trump of the United States made the initial decision to assist Israel in destroying this nuclear plant. But it appears that the diplomatic attempt has once again failed, and the Geneva discussions have ended without any outcome. This is a significant move because Iran's nuclear facility is located near the city of Qum in the Fado area, about 100 kilometers southwest of Tehran. I would like to inform you that this facility is extremely safeguarded. It is reported that only America's Bunker A-Buster bomb can destroy this nuclear complex, which has anti-aircraft batteries deployed here. Even the possibility that this nuclear facility's capacity, or the manner it was constructed, might not exceed America's capacity is being examined in America. Under such circumstances, it has been discussed that if these highly advanced and tobacco-ready B-2 bombers are ready to drop massive ordnance penetrator bombs, and even if they do not destroy Iran's nuclear facility, a tactical nuclear attack may be the next extreme step. The most crucial thing to realize now is that these B-2 strength bombers are very big aircraft that require aerial refueling, which means that the oil within the bomber must be refueled as it is traveling. We need the fuel. America's refueling tanker planes have already arrived in Europe and have been strategically positioned so that they should be on the flight path for as long as necessary to refuel the United States aircraft. Even in the past few days, we have observed that several planes have taken off in the last few hours from those locations in Europe, from those bases where it is alleged that America possesses nuclear weapons, and from there, flights have flown to the American bases in the Middle East. This implies that the possibility exists as well. Nazreen Ikram claims that the ready-to-fly B-2 stealth bomber has already departed the American skies while being escorted. It has 8 tankers that refuel. However, I would like to inform you that although its exact destination is unknown, there are several possibilities. You should now realize that 2 or 3 B-2 stealth bombers from the United States are prepared. It has been reported that the American bombers that are already prepared were at different American air bases, even though 1 or 2 may be sufficient. Following their departure, these B-2 stealth bombers have reached a neighboring American air base. According to reports, 4 B-2 bombers are already prepared there. The most crucial and unexpected detail at this moment is that these 2 or 3 newly prepared bombers have already taken off and been escorted right away. They have begun their flight from Whiteman AFB and appear to be on their way to Diego Garcia, the U.S. base, using refueling aircraft and tanker ships. Together with this, the presence of refueling tanker aircraft is now a sign that they are loaded, meaning that their payload is quite large and that the bombs within have been set and installed such that the payload will explode when the aircraft takes off. It can be dropped if Iran wishes to do so. This indicates that all of the equipment has been loaded, is prepared, and is currently positioned alongside tankers that are refueling. These pieces of equipment are being sent from Washington Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri to Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean so they can be used, according to Nazreen Ikram. It is now being claimed that this is not just for Iran's nuclear facility at Fado, but that it may also accomplish other goals. They also have an underground uranium enrichment plant. It is also claimed that significant targets of the Iranian government may be attacked. Furthermore, it is evident that America is taking this attack seriously if the 8 stars are positioned in the Indian Ocean. Additionally, it has been stated that there is a chance that these bombs could be placed over Guwahati, from which they could silently strike Iran without anyone realizing or comprehending it. By the time anyone does, however, America would have already launched an attack. Nasreen Ikram has already stated that satellite imagery taken by Diego Garcia on June 14th indicates that there are some B-52 strategic bombers there, which are B-2 bombers, as well as a B-52 strategic bomber that was already equipped with armaments. The arrival of B-2 bombers, which are incredibly hazardous and lethal, raises a lot of questions, which the media has now covered. Regarding these preparations, it has been said that they are already underway, have entered the Pacific Theater, and that if they arrive at the Air Force Base Diego Garcia in Hawaii, it will also be crucial. And if they land on Guam, they can launch a silent attack on Iran from there. It has been reported that the bombs have been loaded onto these preparations, and they are now beginning their entire journey according to the schedule, which includes continuously refueling B-2 aircraft through aerial refueling or in the air. We can only conclude from this that a significant event is imminent, and all U.S. forces are currently getting ready for the attack on Iran. The hint is that we looked at all of the international media, including Western, Arab, Israeli, and Iranian media, and then we looked at open source intelligence. Based on that, we were able to determine that the American plane's sole purpose was now evident, and that America had made all necessary preparations. Preparation is not ongoing, but it has already been completed. And the fact that these B-2 bombers are in the air is not at all a joke. And the fact that they are refueling as they take off is another indication that they are carrying a lot of payload. In other words, they are armed, and the bombs they must drop are already on board these aircraft. However, you may also view the recent Sanghini, the supreme leader of Iran, whose name is being used to suggest that he is capable of being killed, has plans to be killed by Israel, as Israel has stated repeatedly. His minister has also stated that he no longer has the right to live, and the supreme leader of Iran has signed his death warrant. However, Ayatollah Khamenei has now submitted the list of his successors for the people to see, and this action has been taken in the event that he has stated that if he is murdered, he is well prepared for it. I have no problem with it. The system should continue, and everyone should be protected. If Israel or anyone else is successful in killing him, then there shouldn't be any crisis there. The crucial point, Nasreen Ikram, is that the three most senior individuals believe that Ayatollah Khamenei is currently underground and functioning from a protected bunker because this is the most violent onslaught. Furthermore, the supreme leader of Iran does not communicate with his administration and military via electronic means, even in the context of electronic surveys and infiltration. The three individuals are the ones that physically deliver orders and information. This indicates that Iran's intelligence is responsible for the attack on the country's top leader. In a rare step, they have provided the assembly of experts with 3 names in case he is assassinated. They've been sent to them. This is a very early step that indicates the supreme leader has realized who he is and does not want anyone to come here in the event of devastating attacks on Iran. The best part is that Mujtaba Khamenei, about whom there has been a long-running rumor that he could succeed him, could end up becoming the supreme leader of Iran. It has been said that the supreme leader of Iran has provided a lengthy list of people that you can kill as the supreme leader if I am not present. Even if the military commanders are killed, there is a complete list that includes plans A, B, C, D, and G. The supreme leader did not name his son Mujtaba Khamenei, but he has now also provided the backup names of the commanders of the various Iranian forces, who are the backup military chiefs, that if so-and-so is martyred, then so-and-so. Whether it's the news of the supreme leader's successors or the transfer of U.S. forces, these are some pretty significant events that are a very obvious indicator in this direction. If you read both of these stories together, you will see that something very significant is happening.